Alrighty everyone, here's my final phase. I'm all done with the MMP project, and here's my website for my social studies professional development. So as you can see, the theme of my page is really social media oriented, as that's how I really relate to students. It's the emphasis that I put on, really integrating the internet and all the different apps and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all those things that my students are really engaged with, and bringing it into the classroom. So here you can see my home page. So something that I've added since the last time is this sound recording right here, which I will play for you. Take a listen. One really useful resource to have is SoundCloud. Now, SoundCloud is a recordable program where you can record anything that you'd like. And I find it particularly useful in the social studies classroom when I want to flip my classroom. The flipped classroom is kind of a new concept. It's something that's really starting to gain a lot of attention in education. It's where the educators, us, we give our students either the lectures or the assignment or whatever we want them to learn about, and allow them to go home and learn it. And so if I'm giving a lecture, say, on ancient Rome, I will record myself, just like I am now, giving my lecture and going over all the material. And then it's the student's responsibility to go home and listen to the lecture and jot down any notes or ideas, and then come back to school and be assessed and work on the assessment and actually get to participate and dive further into the content. And I think it's a really interesting concept, and it's something that I look forward to trying in my own classroom. And I think SoundCloud is a great resource to have if you want to try and do something like this. So, if you go to SoundCloud.com, it's really, really easy to make a profile and then start recording. It's very user-friendly, and just by playing around with the site after a few minutes, you'll really get the hang of it. It's very, very straightforward. So, I hope you enjoy using SoundCloud or another recording device. So that was a SoundCloud bit that I recorded earlier, and I think it's a really useful tool to have. And it's something that I encourage people who follow this professional development or join this professional development to use in their own classroom. So I also added this final little project for people who are taking this professional development, and I want to see how well they have taken what I've taught them and the resources that I've given them and put it into practice. So here they will take their own lessons and post them back. So that links over here to community posts, where different people will have their own mini profiles within my page, and when you click on it, it'll bring up their work, and you can see how well they did it. It'll also be a little bit about them as well. So it's like a blog within my own blog, which I thought was really, really cool and a nice feature. Alright, I also put up this video about social media trends in 2014. I'm not going to play the whole video, but I will play just a little bit of it so educators can kind of get excited about it and see what it's all about. So you get the idea of the video. It just goes through all these different apps, and it allows teachers and educators to become familiar with the most current apps and the apps that are most popular and what everybody's using. And it's a good way. So if you see Vine and Line and Feed, you know, you're going to want to know more about it. So it's a great way to get educators exposed to the different apps that are available to them and how they can use them effectively. So here is a post about blogs and how they can be useful. And then up here is my About Me, which hasn't changed too much since the last time. Just about who I am, what I like to do, what I think is effective in the classroom. And then again, a place for people to interact and engage with me one-on-one and send messages and allow me to reply to them. So that's pretty much it for my professional development website. And now, kind of a reflective piece about the MMP. I found this project incredibly useful. I mean, I really started thinking about multimedia and technology integration in a whole new way. I was always incredibly interested in integrating technology, and throughout my student teaching and throughout all of my education at Rutgers, I've always tried, to be at the forefront or know what's up and coming or know what the new thing is, and Instagram and Vine and all these crazy apps that just make life so much more interesting, and I think they make the classroom so much more interesting. So looking back on it, these 14 weeks have really opened my eyes to a lot of different methods and theories about multimedia integration and effective multimedia integration, and I think it's really paid off, and I hope that you can see it in my project, that I've taken a lot that we've learned and kind of integrated it into my final project. So just looking back on some things, I mean, the blog is a great way to get your ideas out there. You never know who's looking at it. I've had people, message me who aren't even in our class that have found something interesting on my blog, and they came across it on Google. The videos that I created I thought were super cool, and all the videos that I've seen other classmates make are really cool as well. Creating a storyboard, what a fun way to get your ideas out. I'm definitely going to use this in my classroom for brainstorming activities, and taking different images and working on them and making them look different and cool and trying things, and even though you might never use it again, just experimenting with it and saying, wow, I never would have thought to focus on that, or I always wanted everything in the center, and now it's not centered anymore. Taking a business logo and making it cool and unique, and when I was creating the business logo, I was thinking about what kind of logo I would want for my business, and the font styles and the voices that they carry with them. I mean, just everything. Really useful tools that I will definitely be using and learning more about as my career progresses. And I just want to thank everyone for listening to this recording, and also for all of the great feedback over the entire semester. So good luck to everyone, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your semester and the summer.